Do you ever feel like your business is kind of like your escape? Like when things get tough, when emotions get messy, you just dive into your work because it's the one thing in your life that you can control? That was me. You know by now, it takes way more than social media to build a business that actually supports your life. Welcome to More Than Social, the real talk podcast for entrepreneurs who are done with the highlight reel and ready to have honest convos about what it really takes to grow a wildly successful business in a life you love. I'm your host, Lisa Ann, type A personality, digital marketing expert, coach, and your get right to the point business bestie. Around here, we talk about the messy middle, the mindset shifts, the wins, and even the WTF moments behind the scenes of entrepreneurship. Because let's be real, this journey, it's more about content calendars and chasing video views on social media. It's about the motivation to keep you going, owning your success, staying resilient through all the chaos, and evolving into that next version of yourself. So if you are here to grow with more clarity, more courage, and have a little bit less BS in your life, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. A while back, I went through a really tough 3-month stretch, mentally, emotionally, and honestly, even physically. And it all started when I injured my back. At the time, I was questioning, honestly, everything. What if I never healed? What if I couldn't move the same way ever again? What if I wasn't able to lift my daughter or even get out of my bed on my own? These thoughts, they honestly consumed me, and for a while, they actually controlled me. I spent so much time, energy, and money working on myself, healing my body, and protecting my future. But what I didn't realize was how much of a toll it was taking on me mentally. And honestly, I was scared. I was so damn scared. Scared to push too hard, scared of another injury, scared that my life would look completely different than what I had planned. And here's the thing, I actually wasn't used to slowing down. I'm someone who has always just kept my head down, always grinding, chasing goals, pushing forward. I didn't let myself feel emotions even because I thought that if I did, I would actually lose momentum. So have you ever felt that way? Like if you even stop moving, even for a second, everything just might fall apart. But here's what I've realized. If you never let yourself process what's happening, you stay stuck. You might be moving, but you're not actually going anywhere. And that was me for months. I was physically healing, but mentally, I was avoiding everything. And looking back now, I can see how this pattern started honestly long before this injury. Since 2019, I've been in this constant go, go, go mode, building my business, chasing success, making things happen. And somewhere along the way, I stopped checking in with myself. I was so focused on what I was building that I wasn't even paying attention to how I was actually feeling. But something shifted. After months of pushing through, I finally hit this point where I just had to face it all. And it definitely was not pretty, I'll admit that. I had to acknowledge the fear, the exhaustion, even the doubt that I had. But once I did, things actually started to change. And I started to feel again, to process, to actually heal, not just physically, but mentally too. And that's what I want to share with you today. If you are someone who's been in that grind mode for so long that you don't even know what slowing down looks like, I get it. But I also want to tell you that you don't have to wait until you're forced to slow down to make a change like I was. Because here's the truth of it. Slowing down is not the same as stopping. Slowing down isn't failure. It's strategy. It's wisdom. It's self-awareness. And I used to believe that success was always about moving forward, always about being productive, always chasing that next big thing. But what I've learned is that real success isn't just about momentum. It's about alignment. It's about being intentional where you are putting your energy. And if you're running at full speed in the wrong direction, what the heck is the point? So I want you to ask yourself, when was the last time you truly checked in with yourself? And I'm not just saying checked on your goals, like yourself, not that surface level, like how am I feeling, but a deep, raw, honest conversation with yourself. Are you happy? Are you fulfilled? Are you building something that truly aligns with where you in the life you want to live are actually going? So for me, that realization hit really hard. And I had to sit down with this discomfort and I had to acknowledge that fear of slowing down that I had. And I had to remind myself that my business was never meant to be my shield. It was meant to be a vehicle. a vehicle for freedom, for impact, for fulfillment, not a distraction from the things that I didn't want to face in life. So if you're listening to this and something inside of you is like, you're just kind of nodding along, I just want you to know you're definitely not alone. So many entrepreneurs go through this. We get so caught up in proving ourselves, in chasing validation, in being successful by whatever that definition is that we've adopted, that we forget to ask if what we're doing actually is making us happy. And you, yes, you listening right now, you deserve more than that. You deserve to build something that fuels you, not something that drains you. You deserve to feel alive in what you are creating. You deserve to slow down without guilt, to rest without shame, to take care of yourself just as much as you take care of your business. Because at the end of the day, your business will only thrive when you thrive. You are not a machine. You are not just a brand. You are a human being with dreams, with emotion, with a life outside of work. And that life deserves just as much attention and care as you're giving your business right now. So here's my challenge for you today. Take a moment, just one moment, right now even, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, am I running towards something that excites me, or am I running away from something that scares me? Because when you can answer that really honestly, you'll know what to do next. In your gut, you just have to trust yourself. And then here's the next step. Set boundaries. Your business can be your passion. Absolutely. I love what I do, but it should not be your entire identity. Set times when you unplug. Make space for things outside of work that actually bring you joy. Protect your energy so you can sustain the level of success that you're working for. Find support. And by the way, you do not have to navigate this alone. Surround yourself with people who they get it. They're in it too. Mentors, fellow entrepreneurs, friends who remind you that you are more than what you do. And by the way, celebrate small wins. So many times and way too often, we focus only on the big goals. In the little moments, they actually matter. Every single step forward, every single challenge that you overcome, it all adds up into how you got to where you are today. So acknowledge that process and let it fuel that next step. So I want you to keep listening to this podcast because these conversations, they matter. The real, the raw, behind the scenes of what it actually means to be an entrepreneur, not just the highlight reel that we see on social media. So if this episode resonated with you, I want you to let me know. Screenshot it, share it, tag me. I would love to hear from you. But more than anything, keep showing up, not just for your business, but for yourself, because at the end of the day, that is what matters. So I'll see you next week, my friend. Keep owning your success. And remember, take a damn break, okay? I'll see you next week. So that's a wrap on today's episode of More Than Social, where we keep it real, keep it honest, and keep growing together. If today hit home, can you do me a favor, please? Screenshot this episode, tag me, share it with the entrepreneurs in your world who need to hear it too. You never know who's waiting for a reminder that they're not alone in this journey. And hey, make sure that you're subscribed so you never miss the moments that pull back the curtain, that push you forward. Now go out there and take messy action. Own your success and remember this. You are not here to play small. You're here to build more. And I am cheering you on every step of the way, my friend. So I will see you next week.